Oh, son, many times in this self-improvement shit, you'll go through so many evolutions. You might start off real strong and go months and months and get all this shit done you want and going towards a goal, and then something you never really know, it's undetermined, pulls you in one direction where you kind of stray from the path, and you'll go down that route for a little while. For me at first, it was I had completely quit all drugs. I quit all the bad things I was doing, and I was truly motivated on one singular thing. Now, at the time, it wasn't really money or anything like that. I just wanted to go out and have a bunch of fun and party and do shit that I'd underachieved in high school. Well, then, after about 3 months of steady and staying strong, I fell off. And I moved back down to where I used to live, because at this time, moving away was what got me into self-improvement. I mean, I had lost a bunch of weight and stuff like that, so a lot of the messages resonated with me at this point. But this was the time where I started consuming the most of the content and learning and absorbing and all that. But see, I moved back to where I used to live, and then I start falling back into bad habits and all these things and different coping mechanisms, and all my shit comes back to haunt me. And it's just a perpetual cycle I fell into. I would fall back, I would go back to it for a couple months, fall back into bad shit. And now, going about 6 months strong is the longest stint I've gone towards any of this shit. I'm staying real consistent with a career path that I really enjoy, and I feel I take a lot of pride and satisfaction from it, because I'm a general contractor now. And I make these videos to possibly inspire maybe millions of people on here and get those people doing things that they love as well. On top of that, I feel like I'm accomplishing all my tasks and not leaving any time on the table to waste. One of the things who's really put the thing full circle for me is getting into David Goggins. A lot of his messages, you see him as this runner, douchebag type guy. A lot of people perceive him. But then you delve a little bit deeper. I've read almost all of his second book and the whole first one. And man, the way he can give you messages that resonate with you to make things make sense is crazy. I've always felt like hard work is an answer to a lot of things. Whenever I've worked the hardest is when I felt the most fulfilled. But then you fall back, like I said, into bad habits and being a pussy. But I eventually pull myself out, and I find David Goggins. And now I'm hearing this message that he's preaching of, dog, you're working a 40-hour work week. You have so much more on the table to put. And I had kind of been doing this with a bunch of hobbies that I had, like these oil paintings and shit like that I'd been doing for a while. And I was just kind of doing that whole jack of all trades, master of none, where I had my time scattered too thin. Now I'm allocating it to a lot of things that I'm really interested in. One of them is that, other one's fitness, and the other one's my career. And then making these videos, is kind of just like my own mental journal, or my own video journal for me to look back on and see where my head was at that time, as well as possibly inspire other people. So today's video is just kind of a quick one, but it's really just, you will fall in and out of this self-improvement thing. I feel like a lot of these gurus, they act like they're better than everybody else, and they don't talk about that too frequently. But dog, you will fall out of line with this shit so much. And it's little things that you would never expect to pull you back into it. I would never have expected me working a shitty-ass job at Subway and then going to making thousands of dollars a month easily, just from doing shit that I had done in the past that I actually hated. Then I start doing it again out of nowhere, and I feel way more fulfilled. The construction shit I'm talking about. And it really just puts into perspective how important hard work is. And as a man, whatever you're doing, you want to feel prideful in it. You don't want to feel this happiness and all that. Happiness is cool. Happiness is sweet and whatnot. But truly, the true way as a man to build confidence in yourself and to confidently stay consistent with things you like, or really things that will better you, is to fucking find something to have pride in. Build discipline on things. David Goggins talks about something that resonated with me as a child, was I would go to a very strict person's house, one of my grandparents, and they would give you all these fucking chores, and back then you resented them. You thought that they were being mean to you. And then over time you realize They're the only ones that fucking care. The rest of them preaching this bullshit of, oh, he's just a teenager. They're making you soft. They're making you weak. It's bullshit. You're not just a teenager. You're a fucking man. Once you start having testosterone in your ball sack, son, you're a fucking man. And they try to give you this easy way out. Just a teenager, so make mistakes. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. But you don't need to just sit around and eat fucking Cheetos all day. Don't need to play video games all day. You need to get after it. Start getting in your fucking mental lab and getting some shit done. Figure some shit out about yourself. Deal with your demons. Better yourself every day. That is the goal. That is why my message is to chase paper, which will give you some sort of freedom and shit like that, and enjoy nature. And I believe if you do those two things, you'll really just better yourself, dog. So, don't worry about falling off of this fucking wagon of self-improvement. You will find yourself back. You will find your way back on it. So keep on grinding, old son. Chase paper and enjoy nature, and have a great day.